still trying to figure out my process. You know, working on this right now, I want to push it as far as I can so that when I do cast it to the side, it's already done. So if I want to turn it into a painting, I can either take a picture of it, project it, you know, then trace it, then paint it, and who knows what that can look like. I know that I can always get better because any artist can always get better, especially if they keep practicing. So it's just like I feel that certain pieces don't have to be done in paint right now because I can always come back to them later and I'll be that much better to take it another step further.
I need to connect with an audience, and so I have a bunch of like projects that I want to work on, such as, you know, things that will evoke emotion more than just it being a simple portrait of somebody. Something about seeing people in their most fragile states is interesting to me, and I really want to work on that sooner rather than later. I definitely want to get back into painting, but for now I'm really excelling with this charcoal, so I'm going to keep going with it. Most of the time in art schools, charcoal drawings are like sketches, you know, of live models and stuff. Never really consider it a finished medium. Some people would use charcoal as, you know, the under drawing for oil paintings and stuff, you know, so I feel that since it's untouched territory, I can do something with it. I consider myself an artist. I will never not be an artist, no matter what my job is. Art is my career. The need to create is just instilled in me. It's just something I can't, it's a part of me. It's who I am. Art is a metaphor for control. In some cases, you know, you control the marks that you put on the paper or on the canvas or whatever, and you know, you're in control of your own life, you know. You don't really get to say that often. Art is just art for me. It's my way. It's just my way of coping with life, basically. You don't think about it. It's like, it's a part of who you are. It's like, you're a lefty or you're a righty. I'm a lefty. It's something I've always done. It's something I'll always continue to do. I would just love to keep getting better and keep excelling. Working open-ended with the concepts can really allow for the viewer to have their own imagination of what it is and what you're doing. And so that's exciting. This one was actually a tribute. I follow this person on Instagram, and he had won a competition, one of those Instagram art competitions. And you know, I loved his work. I decided to like draw his portrait in the kind of drawings and tattoos that he does. So I did like a cool skull, you know, half face, half skull. This one was fun. I was on a Netflix binge, started watching Once Upon a Time, and you know, spoiler alert, but one of the villains ends up being Peter Pan, and I thought that was such a cool concept, such a twist. It was pretty sinister. I thought it was dope. This one was a sketch trying to figure out how I was going to do the finish. I only drew it once here, and then I went straight to the finish, and this is what I got. Pretty proud with it. Even practiced the signature. This was me experimenting with pencil, pen, charcoal, and just the tinted paper. Sometimes I don't like while I'm working in white. It's too simple. This one means the most to me because I did it when I was in Spain. This was like a piece of me, but these are like the future me, if that makes sense. It's like, I want to be like this at my worst. So there can never be anything less than these. So these are the pieces that I'm currently proud of. You know, when you get to the point in a piece where you know you finished it and you know you just want to experiment on the fine art aspect of it, where it's like the fun, playful, you know, creative side of your brain. So, you know, you'll make these marks that come from nowhere, just like vertical, you know, slanted,
some horizontals. One thing about these two pieces in particular is I submitted them to a friend's gallery event in Chelsea, I believe, and it was my first event. One woman pulled me over and she was talking about this piece in particular, and she was just like, oh, like those eyes, you know, my mother used to look at me with those eyes. And I was just drawing somebody, and just for somebody to react to that and, you know, have that connection to my piece in such a way, it was, I was speechless. I didn't know what to say, you know. But I hope that my art has that effect on everybody. It can't just be, oh, you're talented, like, thanks, but no thanks. Like, I need a deeper message than that. I need for you to look at it and it relates to you in some way. The style came from experimenting with these drawings and seeing what I can do, how far I can push it, how I can pull back, highlights, midtones, all these things with just burnt piece of wood. All of them are evoking some type of emotion where it's kind of like they've overcome something. It's like they've overcome it but stood on top of it, you know? Like this one, it's like, yeah, I've dealt with certain things in my past. This one is like, I'm ready to take on something, you know? And then this one is just, I don't know, just badassery. Something about the eyes. It's always been my process. It's like, I need to draw this twice, then I need to transfer it over here, and then, you know, this, that, and this. I need the reference for this, as opposed to just saying, I'm gonna go to town on this. It's never been the blank canvas and let's just paint. It's always been the drawing that I have done 3 sketches for and then done the underdrawing for it. Then I'm like, I'm confident enough to then put paint on it. So I'm always building and taking away and always just trying to figure out what I'm trying to say, or just what colors am I gonna use, things of that nature. I can't stop drawing, so let me keep practicing. I'm a production assistant. I work 7 o'clock in the morning to 9 p.m. at night. You know, sometimes I don't get to draw on those days, but my down days, I'll definitely have time to draw. Working on my technique, I'm at a much better place now. So now I'm getting back to the storytelling, and who knows what I can come up with. Its possibilities are endless. That's a wrap.